Well, good morning to you all. Tony Virtue speaking, Virtue and Partners, with our regular monthly update from a very, very wet Sydney and more to come, they say. Quite a stable month by recent standards, which is a good thing. I think the key takeouts to this is CPI came in yesterday and on an annualised basis in the low twos now. That's where you want to be. So well within that 2 to 3% band. It's frustrating. Had the RBA known this before the July decision, they would certainly would have dropped rates at that stage. So at the moment, 100% likelihood of rates dropping on August the 11th. And equity markets at an all-time high or close enough at the same time. So it's been a long time coming, these rates dropping, and people had plenty of time to get ready. This should stimulate the economy, should mean there's more cash in people's pockets, more likely to spend. That's a positive for retailers, positive for the property sector, etc., etc. So that's a good news story. We're coming into the Australian earnings season now, just about kicked off. So the next 3 to 4 weeks we'll get good guidance as to not just how companies have performed to the last financial year, but what is the likelihood of their outcomes over the next 12 months. And so we look at these earnings statements, and that's pretty crucial to give you guidance over the last couple of days overseas. On the bad side, Novo Nordisk, which manufactures Ozempic, which is the major provider of obviously weight loss, diabetics, etc. Stock was down 30% on a low earnings performance. The flip side to that, and we talk a lot about this artificial intelligence, Microsoft up 7.5% overnight, Google up 10%, almost exclusively based on the impact on AI and how that is becoming a real enabler of their businesses. And as we well know, where do they make their money? You put your data in, they sell that to somebody else. There's a marketing amount of money that comes in. So a lot of that income is not coming from the customer, but from the supplier there. And from time to time, when those guardrails don't work, governments step in, and in Australia now, banning access to a lot of this for the under 16s to make sure that they're kept safe from bad content. So in aggregate, this should be a reasonably steady time. Trump's tariffs are working their way through. Make no mistake, tariffs are inflationary. You can't necessarily pass those costs on to the consumer. And where you can, it means the price has gone up. He's systematically gone around the world, probably moved the dial. You ask for a lot, you get a little. Ask for a little, you get nothing at all. So probably that middle ground. Australia's still working that out with him, but you can see overnight settlement with India. They've sorted it out with Japan. These are allies who they've still made a point of moving that dial back. The EU up at 15%. So bit of a bully in the school ground. It can come back to bite you. And people have got very good memories. There are different ways of resolving matters as far as squaring up the ledger rather than a blunt instrument. But for the moment, the markets have accepted that. Because of that inflationary potential in the US, Jerome Powell, the much maligned Jerome Powell by Trump, been very, very reluctant to drop interest rates. They really want to make sure that inflation doesn't come, the genie out of the bottle there. But over time, you would think that the impact of technology will drive costs down, which will drive inflation down. What we've got to do, of course, is continually adapt. It's wonderful having all of this at our fingertips. It's how we use it in business. I was in country WA last week, and seeing the telehealth into our country done by our teams. And increasingly in financial advice, we're able to support those in the country via exactly that kind of mechanism there. So if we use technology well, we should be looking for real improvement in efficiencies, better ways of doing things, a quicker way of providing services. We just need to make sure that we don't trip ourselves up. It is frustrating dealing with all of these checks and balances to pay a bill, open an account. The intent is good, the execution sometimes a bit mixed. So I think it will take time to adjust, but we'll get there. as you'd expect, the property market is humming along now. People have had plenty of time to get set with rates dropping. Whatever the family home is capital gains tax free, it is really both from a sense of security point of view, but from a future asset appreciation point of view, it is the best asset you can hold. You're your best tenant. And so we expect that to grow strongly. New South Wales government encouraging this medium density. We do have access to a fair bit of this in the business. So if you are looking for yourself, for your children, for downsizing, do get in touch and we can introduce you to the right parties and get that done in a safe and reliable manner. Internally, obviously, it's busy, so we are increasing our staffing, but the intent here is to grow at an orderly fashion and provide the correct level of service to people. We are going to do an estate planning course. This is a big issue now as far as intergenerational wealth. How do we get this done effectively and not being overturned by courts and estranged partners, etc. there. So look out for the invites in that area. Let's see how the earnings seasons go. We're not expecting too many shocks, but you never know with these things. That's enough for today. Tony Virtue, when experience pays.